In Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. It's the first weekend of autumn and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. 2nd down. To throw is Leary. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. So the pitch and catch good for 11. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Taking it about the 16. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. A first carry for the Canadian-born Chuba Hubbard. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And he'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
Playing against a 3-4 front is really challenging for offensive linemen because they can do so many different things. But when you're running the football, if you can handle the nose tackle up front and then maybe a guard can slide up to the 2nd level and block a linebacker, that's when you have success running the football.
He'll get this complete to the running back, Hubbard. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That one will go down as 33 yards on the 3rd down conversion. Straight ahead with Hubbard. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. 2nd down. The Cowboys at 2-0 here to begin the season. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And going for Hamler, but this is intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And the Ravens are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
The All-Pro Micah Parsons there on the tackle. And they'll come up on a 2nd and 7 from the 27. They'll throw with Leary. And looking for Andrews, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Damone Clark. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly.
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Chuba Hubbard with with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. The extra point up and good by Aubrey.
And it's now a 7-0 game.
7-0 is our score, ready for the dynamic kickoff as this one's away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Henry running right.
And he'll be stopped up at the 26 after a gain of only a couple. You look at this Cowboy defense.
They're currently 6th in the NFL in defending the run.
Most of their challenges have come in the passing game because against the run, they've been pretty darn good. Now you got to figure out a way to slow down those receivers before they get downfield and maybe make a few more plays on the ball when it's in the air.
And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down. Out now is the punter, Jordan Stout.
And taken right on the 30. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
At their own 36-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Elliott.
And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49.
They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. They keep on the ground with Elliott. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of first downs, and here a loss of yardage.
And now they'll throw with Lance.
Can't get away, and he's taken down.
That is the big fella, Nnamdi Madubuike, forcing his way in. He comes up with a sack.
And Madubuike was a madman for the Ravens a season ago. He more than doubled his sack output from the previous year and was selected to the Pro Bowl for the first time in his career.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Cowboys 7, Ravens nothing.
Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right.
He'll go up top here for Hamler.
And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
And they'll send the tight end in motion. Now Leary. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing now, Leary. That's complete to his receiver, Bateman.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on third.
First down, Ravens.
They keep it with Henry on first down. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
And he will go down. A Cowboys sack.
Micah Parsons.
The outside linebacker coming up to drop him for a loss of a full 10 yards. The Ravens on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Elliott running right. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
If you're looking for glory, looking to get your name in the headlines, you do not want to play nose tackle. But how about what we just saw there? The ability to hold people up, take on extra blocks, and actually slip them and make a tackle on that play. That's big time.
Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
Brings up 3rd and 8.
Shotgun now for Lance.
And that is incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4.
Here's Leary.
And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
Well, congratulations to them. They come through defensively with another stop. And let's face it, this secondary, they've gone unchallenged so far in the first half.
Throwing is Leary.
They set up the screen for Henry. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of 2 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Here's Jordan Stout now.
And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field is still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
Here's Lance.
And he goes goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
Lance looking to throw it.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Here's Lance to throw it.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I'll tell you what, these last couple of drives, much better from a defensive perspective. They gave up a touchdown on the opening drive, and then after forcing a punt on their last possession, it looks like they're going to get the football back again.
On to punt now, Anger as he boots this one away.
It's a 39-yard punt, and good coverage means a loss on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation, either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Now a 2nd and 10. Leary now going to look to throw. He's going to look downfield for Henry. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted.
They have been struggling to put points on the board so far, and while you don't want to lump it all on the rookie quarterback, he's definitely the root cause. And all rookies, they have those learning experiences in their first year. What they're hoping for is that he can learn on the fly, work through his struggles against his defense, and at the same time, still find a way to put them in a position to win.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
The Lance going to throw.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Ferguson. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they have the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. 10-0 is our score as we get started again on EA Sports.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And, Charles, they got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now Lance.
He finds his man, complete. It's Ferguson. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13.
Throwing now is Lance.
Flush to his right. And that is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
From the gun, it's Lance. Well, Lance throws the interception, his 3rd.
Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this 3rd quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Leary.
On the throw led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
That is caught.
And some space here. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown.
Zay Flowers,
his 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Ravens take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points.
Tucker with the extra point, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
Still enjoying the lead here in the 3rd quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. Odafe Oweh there on the tackle.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And Lance now to throw. Open man Hamler, that's complete.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a 1st down.
Out of the gun, here's the give to Hubbard.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
A good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Lance.
Over the middle, complete. It's Perry. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 41-yard line. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
He'll dump this one off to Hubbard.
And he gets it down to the 32. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
And they'll run on first down with Hubbard.
And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32.
Trenton Simpson firing in and sticking him for a loss.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Operating from the gun. Lance.
And this throw incomplete. The defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
From the gun on 3rd down. Lance looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Ferguson. And they're going to stop him short of the first down as he's tackled at about the 21. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
And they'll go for it. Lance. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal.
Lance looks to throw again.
That is caught at the 7-yard line. Down at the 2. Broke through first contact, but ultimately stopped shy of the goal line. Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? Again, he'll drop to throw. This is caught. And he is going to lose yardage here. Call it a loss of 2 there on the play. And now we've got a 3rd and goal situation.
3rd down and goal to go.
19 line. Let's go.
Working from the gun. Lance.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Picked off by Trenton Simpson.
I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick 6? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position.
He finds Bateman over the middle.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. It's a pickup of 11 at a Baltimore 1st down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
And coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting into the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. This is 3rd and 2, maybe the biggest play in this football game.
To throw is Leary.
And that is incomplete. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the 4th quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are different. From you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, the bad news, they had the turnover last time. The good news, their defense only surrendered 3. So now we are set up for a great finish, all tied here in the 4th. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Now it's the backup Prescott.
He'll go up top here for Hamler.
And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he's able to break through 1 tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 10. That's out quickly to Bateman.
And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
Well, the noise got to be an issue now offensively. Here's 3rd and 6. They'll throw with Leary. They're looking deep here for Flowers.
And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Lewis Cine.
And a return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. So the Cowboys in possession of the... Here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score.
Here's 1st and 10.
79 Bronco. Chap 60, chap 60. 19 tight, 19 tight.
Lance back to throw.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Now Lance. Able to hit his target Lamb.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
A give up the middle, Hubbard.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Here's 2nd down and 3. Right back to Hubbard.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Well, here's a big one. You can just feel it. This is 3rd down now. A give running right. It's Hubbard.
And they will rally and stop him short of the 1st down. They get him to the ground at the 26. Ravens going to use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. And his kick is good. And with a little over a minute to play, they have taken the lead. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the fourth, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw
to Henry.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
Pretty good throw there by the rookie to move the chains. Final minute, no timeouts at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10. Throw caught by Flowers.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
Partner, you got to like what they're doing right there. Little by little, they're getting closer. Another good pickup.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over.
Well, Charles, I know you have a lot of questions. So do I about the decision there at the end. They had the potential game-tying field goal. Yes, it would have been a long field goal, but they passed it up, and they lose the game.